was trying to.
No, I'm just stopping bullets over here.
I was trying to dodge the bullets, but you don't have enough space.
It's your boy Rich. We're doing our Matrix 4 trailer review. I don't know about you guys.
And I'm Aubrey.
This guy's Aubrey.
Yeah. He's so excited he wants to start it without the introduction. But go ahead, Rich. Go for it. Hold on. Pause.
So, I happen to be alive at the time when the first Matrix came out.
So for all you Gen Zs out there, you better get step and watch Matrix 1.
I'm such a fan of the franchise. The Matrix was the first film I ever broke down in my life. Yo, shout out to Miss Consuegra in film class, 9th grade. Thank you very much for that.
For letting you watch it in class?
In class, and we broke it down, right? And we broke it down, right?
Wait, did you have to do a book study on it? Like
Absolutely.
A report? Wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
We never had
all
something
of
cool
the
like
religious
that.
cues and
Wow.
and how Neo's name was an anagram for one and
yeah. No, that's cool,
yeah.
man. History class? Or was it
film? It was film
class.
Film class.
History class. History about Zion.
Yeah, see Zion's and we can dive into
it. Yes.
But the ship's called the Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, the Nebuchadnezzar. She's too fat.
I'm super excited for this trailer.
Well, the movie. We're excited for the movie.
I'm excited for the movie.
We just watched the trailer.
And the trailer was great. You know,
and of course, I did a reaction to the trailer, so you guys can check that out.
So, we open up. Neo is in a penthouse in some building in San Francisco, which tells me one thing. He is rich, right?
Is he playing the Cypher card?
And I want to be rich.
I want to be famous. I want to be rich.
Someone important.
And I don't want to remember any of this.
I don't know if he's playing the card. I think in Reloaded. It wasn't Reloaded.
It was Reloaded.
It was Reloaded the last time, but what was the final film called?
It was called
Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution.
Right.
You're right.
So Neo allows himself to go back into the program to fight Agent Smith, right? Because Agent Smith had become a virus, and the only way to beat a virus is with another virus. So
with a Norton
essentially,
antivirus.
He became the antivirus.
Antivirus. Well, that's what the machine said. We'll work together.
Right.
If you can destroy Agent Smith, because he's kind of replicating himself, he's going to destroy all of us.
Opens up. Neo is in a penthouse, lush penthouse. You can tell by his bathtub. He has an insane bathtub.
Very
with
nice.
a rubber ducky on his head.
So anyone with a rubber ducky in his head, you're completely a millionaire?
To live there, you have to be rich. So that tells me one thing about the film off the top. He is a person of influence, right?
Yes.
So I have a theory he may be an actor in the Matrix universe, or he may be an editor of some kind.
Bro, we're going to have our own theories and speculations, but hold that thought. But people are also saying that John Wick, he's playing John Wick. John Wick is a simulation. Imagine that. Because he looks just like John Wick, bro.
I think that's just fandom.
I know.
But that would be neat if that was another version of the Matrix where Neo was John Wick.
Gosh, I don't want that. Please, I want John Wick to be its own thing. I don't want this to be connected.
And then he runs into
Trinity.
Oh, he runs into Trinity, and the name of the coffee shop is the Simulate. This is what I think now, dude. I think Keanu Reeves had created a movie franchise in the Matrix universe of the Matrix. I think that the Matrix movies that we saw are Matrix movies in the Matrix universe.
Whoa.
Video games, Matrix, all that. That's why you see...
That is hardcore fourth wall breaking.
You see all of the little callbacks to the Matrix 1.
There is...
The black cat.
The rabbit.
The rabbit,
the
rabbit, White Rabbit,
Wonderland book, Alice in Wonderland book.
Alice in Wonderland.
We got a young Morpheus. By the way, actor played Candyman, and I think the actor was also in Get Out.
But in one of those scenes when they're in the Matrix, if that really is Morpheus and he's within the Matrix, he shouldn't be dressed like that. He looks he should be in all black. He should be standing out, but he looks like an agent. He looks like he's an agent.
Is this Morpheus, but an avatar? He used a younger version of himself as an avatar?
I think it's I think he's an AI for sure.
Okay.
right?
So who's that girl with a rabbit that he's been following around?
I think the rabbit girl is an actual unplugged
Girl
person.
that's trying to wake him up.
Correct.
So does Neo know that he's in the Matrix?
No. But I think
because he's been taking the blue pill.
I think he has these dreams, right? My boy Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
By the way,
Yes.
great actor, by the way.
Great actor.
Great actor.
Mhm.
We don't use that word in here.
As I said in the trailer reaction, you can see that he has more than one pill. So I think the Matrix
I mean, you
or the
see
machine.
him pop 3 of them at a time. They're like. So that is.
But there's a scene. There's a scene where he throws them into the sink because now he's realizing
But there wasn't that many pills in the jar.
there's a lot of pills in the jar. What are you talking about? There's
The
like
amount
30
of
of
pills, but the
them.
amount of pills that you see that pour into the jar, that pour into the sink, are more than what should be in that jar.
So they just keep.
They just keep
coming out. But I think at that point he kind of realizes stop taking that pill because it's messing with you now. So I think that's when he actually stopped.
He
Because
starts
he's been-
noticing things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like when he looks at the flock of birds
Glitches.
flying, like
It goes backwards.
Right.
Right.
And when he's in the
like Animatrix, the
Yeah,
flock of birds, like
exactly,
glitching, right?
exactly.
Remember that?
And dude, the Animatrix is so good.
So awesome. If
So
you have,
good.
it's old.
My favorite episode is the haunted house. Yeah, do you remember the kids going to the haunted
And
house?
then the
But
rats.
The house isn't really haunted. It's just
it's
a
a
spot
glitch.
in the Matrix
It's,
where you have
it's a
glitches.
glitch. That's when they send the agents in to cover that glitch, and it's trippy because what if we are actually living in the Matrix?
I mean, Elon Musk said we're in a 1 in a billion chance of living in a base reality.
How
Shout
about-
out Elon.
How about this? Like all those paranormal activities that you see in like videos, like in YouTube. Like if you see
Dude.
ghosts, like what if that's not really ghosts?
And then
what if
and
it's
then-
a glitch in the
and
Matrix?
then is that South Asian lady, Indian lady? I don't know if she's Indian, but is that the little Indian girl from the Matrix 1?
Oh, like grown up?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe
'Cause everyone is
everyone's
aged.
age except for Morpheus.
So Morpheus got younger.
I think this is an Avatar.
No, dude, because Morpheus died.
When
in
did
the
Morpheus
Matrix.
die?
In the Matrix.
He died in the Matrix?
He died.
I don't remember him
In the
dying in the
battle.
Matrix. No, he did not. He never died in the Matrix.
Or maybe he died of old age.
Maybe he did. It's such a good trailer. Here's my theory though. My theory is because like supposedly in Revolution, Neo dies, right? He did that whole crucifix with the machine and everything, but all we see is a body, and I'm thinking that Neo is the Matrix now. That he's in control of it. But I think at the same time, while he's the Matrix, the machines are still like, they kind of backstab him because he had a deal. Remember, oh, do this, I'll save your friends. But I think he's the Matrix, but he's stuck in his own world now.
Right.
Because
I
like you
think
said, he's a director, right?
Right. The world, I think, it's kind of Truman Show-y, I think.
It is.
Right?
It's
kind
very
of,
Truman
kind of
Show.
Truman Show. But he's getting little glimpses of his past. Like when he looks into the mirror.
Mhm.
If you guys seen The Matrix 1, you know the mirror plays a big part
Very.
in
The mirror, it shows a reflection of an older.
But
Neo.
is
So is
not,
that
no,
him?
no, it's not
aging?
him.
Because
It's-
we don't know what year we
it's
are.
Not, but it's not Neo age. I think it's a reflection of. Remember, Neo is the 6th one. This is
Okay.
the 7th reiteration of the Matrix now, right? He's
The
seventh.
architect and the Oracle was
remember
talking
that
about
this
like
has
this is
happened
seven,
six
like,
times
six times
already?
already. Yeah,
Now this one that we're gonna watch now
is a
is
seven.
the 7th.
Seventh, yeah.
Right? So I think Neo is starting to see the other ones that have come before.
Oh, that's
In the
interesting.
mirror.
Because I was tripping out because I didn't know. Because again, we don't know what year it is in the real world. It could easily be like a future, like decades and decades already passed. Morpheus is dead. Everyone's dead. Maybe Neo, he doesn't age no more because he's already he's an AI now. Like he's become part of the machine. We don't even know what year it is.
Like, it also plays into like how in the real world people are over prescribed with medication. They're over medicated. So that plays into like Neo having all those blue pills.
Yeah. Have you noticed everyone in social media in the trailer? Like everyone on their phones
Everyone's
or their
tied
laptop?
to their phones except for Neo.
Yeah.
Right? Little small callback
Yeah.
to him
Except for Neo.
not being connected to it. Right?
Yeah. If you listen to the song, now listen to the song and listen to the lyrics. The lyrics of the song says, Red Queen cut off her head, Wonderland, wake up, something like that. There are words. So if you go back and watch the trailer, listen to that song that they use. It's perfect.
One pill makes you larger. Alice, when she's 10 feet tall. Chasing rabbits. Red queens on her head.
It's perfect lyrics for this type of trailer.
And then they walk through. They're like on the roof of the building, and they open it up, and it's a bright light. And they walk through a mirror.
Yeah, with the white rabbit.
Right, with the white rabbit.
Yeah. What is Trinity?
Trinity is
My theory is Trinity is an AI. I don't think that's our Trinity.
No, I
because
think-
Trinity died. How do you revive somebody like that?
Well, if they're making a deal with Neo, I think one of Neo's stipulations was you have to bring Trinity back.
How though? She's a regular human being. So
I mean, we don't know what the machines are capable of. Maybe they can.
true, they could be advanced.
Yeah,
to
they
where
can just be
like-
tooling her back to
or
life
maybe
on
she's a
the side.
cyborg, or like maybe they fix some part. Because remember, when she crashed into the machine world, a part of the metal pierced into the. From what I, can
all
recall,
you have to do to keep consciousness is pump blood to the brain. So for
Yeah.
all we know, she's probably Futurama.
she's just stuck in a capsule.
in a capsule.
In a
like
capsule
this,
somewhere.
And just water around her with like blood going.
Or frozen, or she could be like Demolition Man, like they just put her in
Yeah,
ice and just
maybe.
keep pumping blood in her and just keep the wires
And
on.
then
her.
we have the callback to the dojo fight scene
Oh,
between
yeah.
Morpheus and Neo.
Which he destroyed, by the way. But it doesn't matter because you can always rebuild that
I know
simulation.
kung fu.
Show me.
Show me. So good.
Well, I think he likes it. More?
He's moving so fast.
Hell yeah. More.
In those fight scenes, Neo straight up Dragon Ball Z's it and does the Kamehameha.
Oh my gosh.
And like blows Morpheus out of the dojo. At that point in the trailer, they're not in the Matrix. They're unplugged. So Neo's unplugged. I think in that little bit of a scene where we see the Matrix code fall down Trinity's cheek. Remember in the first Matrix when Neo starts seeing the code?
Yeah, you saw the code?
Starts seeing the code
Yeah.
again. So as he sees Trinity, he starts seeing the code.
The code.
Right.
Oh, and that's when he wakes up a little bit?
Right.
And like, oh,
So I think Trinity.
F these pills.
I think Trinity is actually alive. And I think when he sees her, he's in the Matrix. He's inside the Matrix, but he's starting to see the code.
Yeah, and that's why he's tripping out.
Yeah.
That's why he goes to Dr.
That's
Hauser.
why his psychiatrist is
Dr.
giving him
Hauser,
blue
Doogie
pills,
Hauser, yeah, I
over
know.
giving him blue pills.
Over prescribing him with blue pills.
And then we get the big pan of the pods. And this time the pods are massive. They're like way bigger than they looked in the first Matrix.
Remember, his name is not even Neo, it's Thomas.
Mr. Anderson.
I have rights. Where's my fucking lawyer?
Dude.
What if Neo meets with another architect, or the same architect, but then he looks different because
It's
of
the
his
same
avatar?
architect.
Oh,
If
yeah.
there's continuity, it has to be the same exact guy.
Because we don't know how, if the actor is still around anymore.
I hope so.
So if, God forbid, but I'm just saying, it's the same architect, but if he looks different, like look what happened to Oracle. They had to recast her with somebody else, right? Because she passed away way too early. But what if he meets with the architect, and remember all those screens, all those TV screens he shows
Yeah.
you? What if you see in the screens, like different movies that Keanu Reeves did in the past?
Like that he acted in, like John Wick.
Yeah, like little glimpses.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's
Bill and
Bill
Ted's.
and Ted's
Point
yeah,
Break.
Point Break. Oh my gosh, Speed, right?
But they would all have to fall under Warner Brothers, right?
That's true. I mean, you can only take a few.
Dude,
But I'm
and
just
then,
saying.
And then, like, dude, the Matrix was so revolutionary in terms of the effects that they put out there.
These,
And
it's so
now-
innovating.
And the crazy part is watching this trailer. It's kind of the same thing. It was so like game changing that
it's so innovative.
yeah, no one was able to change it. But
Nobody
now they're
did that way.
applying a little bit of FX. I like seeing the random people turn into agents out of the blue.
Yes, I love
Like,
that.
so
The
good.
yes, I love that.
And then there's a scene where I think they're holding a gun to Neo's head, and in the background you see a clip of the first Matrix.
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
I did not catch that.
Yeah,
I
there's
have to
like
watch it.
rain falling, and then right about here.
Oh, you're right.
That's the scene where the mirror goes into
Right, goes into his mouth.
So it's
like,
playing in the background.
that's crazy. So there's a
So-
lot of fourth wall breaking.
So that means that he's making these movies. He's an actor.
Oh my gosh, that's so trippy.
You see what
You're
I'm saying?
getting, yeah. He's the producer, the director, and the writer of this Matrix.
Neo is the writer of the Matrix trilogy.
But he doesn't even know it.
Right.
Because he's stuck in his own
No,
world.
he thinks his memories are just ideas. And he's
But it's haunting him because he even talked to look, I'm getting these memories and it's scaring me. And then Doogie Howser's like, no, just keep taking these pills.
No, and then we get
You're not crazy.
No.
We don't talk about that.
No,
here.
don't worry here.
We don't talk about
Here's
that.
some more blue
Here,
pills.
Just take 2 every hour.
And then we get the really dope shootout scene.
You're right though. That is a lot of pills for one jar.
Morpheus does the shootout scene, but he replaces Neo Because Neo goes into the bank and does the cross-arm shooting.
Yes.
But in the trailer, it's Morpheus that does it.
You're right.
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Or Morpheus. I don't think that's Morpheus.
You know, Morpheus is like long for Morpheus.
I think that's you know how there's like good programs and bad programs?
Yeah, just like Seraph and the Oracle.
Right. And I think Morpheus may be a good program.
Well, we've always had AIs that are good programs, like even the family. Like the Oracle says, sometimes there's like programs that are doing things they're not supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
Right? Like make love to each other.
Right.
They can't do that.
And then
have a baby program. Like programs have babies. Remember that little girl? They created a program baby because two programs decided to, and they're not supposed to.
Well, they're all programs, right?
I know.
Like Neo's a program too.
Yeah.
Right?
He
He just happens to be the one.
But they can have kids.
Right.
So weird.
And then we get glimpses of Trinity, Carrie-Ann Moss, fighting off SWAT team members. So,
Yes.
So we know that she gets awoken at some point in the movie because she's doing her Trinity thing.
Her Trinity
Right?
thing.
This is what kind of blows my mind is that there's a scene here where she yells and she separates.
Yes.
Right?
That's what makes me think she's an AI.
No, that tells me that she's evolved.
Oh, like
she
Neo.
Exactly. Like she may have because remember Neo went into her.
Yeah, and took her took the bullet off of her heart.
So that code might
was
have,
inserted into
maybe
her.
at that moment she was like
Became number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Exactly.
Because there's only one.
Correct. But in theory, Neo probably wasn't the one though. Agent Smith was the one.
Agent Smith was the one.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why?
Because I don't think Agent Smith ever happened. I think in the 6th installment of The Matrix,
But they became
Agent
one.
Smith was the first version of that, and the architect didn't know how to plan for that.
Yeah.
Like he's never
But
seen
the
that before.
Oracle foresaw this.
Yeah.
And said, I can't tell you. Remember the Oracle tells Neo, like, I can't tell you what's going to happen even though if I know what's going to happen.
Right.
You still, and then Neo goes, so that means I have no choice. Like you already know what's going to happen.
Right.
Like there's always a choice.
You've already made it.
I know which choices, whichever choice you make. It's like Doctor Strange. Like there's always a choice, but whatever choice you make, I already know what's going to happen.
Right. And then we get the cool callbacks to the wall crawls that the Matrix did, and then
The wall run. The wall run. Yeah, I called it wall crawls.
Inception, kind of,
Which Inception
did a great job, dude.
Inception did a great job, but this came first.
But it all started with the Matrix.
Of course.
Right?
It all started. Doctor Strange, no. It started with the Matrix.
So to all of you young cats out here watching this channel now, the Matrix is what rebooted the sci-fi genre.
Yes.
In movies.
Yes.
Period. The first film that really do sci-fi well was
Star Wars?
No, I mean Star Wars, yeah. Star
Wars is
there's generational films. Stanley Kubrick did 2001 Space Odyssey.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Yes.
Great.
Wait, are you talking about the original or the reboot? Okay, because there's a
No, but I'm talking about like how they did it in the original.
Right, yeah.
And
that was
then-
innovating.
And then the Matrix, like the Matrixes did things differently.
So many things happened in this trailer. A lot of callbacks to the first, and people are calling it a soft reboot. But I don't think it is a soft reboot. Like you said, I think it's just memories of Neo. Actually, Neo's breaking the fourth wall right now because he's showing us memories of the first one.
And he's stopping bullets.
So this is not a reboot. This is the next chapter.
But there's a lot of callbacks to the original film, like the
So
fight,
many.
like the fight on the roof with the helicopter,
The dojo,
crashing, the dojo,
the jump, all that.
the jumps.
Yeah, Trinity and Neo on the motorcycle. The only difference we see with Neo here is that the fact that he still looks like John Wick. And I think that's bothering a lot of people out there because they think, oh boy, you could have shaved his face. I'm like, no, he's aged. Let him get the beard. Maybe
And then we get introduced to another computer program who looks like he may be like some kind of corporate business owner.
Yes.
I think that he is going to be the
next
villain.
bad.
I think
Yeah.
he's the villain. The guy who plays the new bad, his name's Jonathan Groff, and he played the new detective in Mindhunter. If you guys haven't seen Mindhunter on Netflix, super dope. They go into the psychology of a serial killer.
Notice what he said at the end. It's time to go back. Square one. The Matrix.
Because he wants control of the Matrix, just like Agent Smith.
Yeah.
And then we get the Matrix code dropping.
Do you think this is just gonna be a one-hit wonder, or are they already planning
I think this
to
is
do a three-parter?
I think they've done everything that they could. I think this is just the ending.
No way! This is the last of the last.
I think this is the finale.
I don't know, dude. How can you put a finale after finale?
This has to be Keanu's last film. Carrie Ann Moss's last.
You know
Matrix
how many?
movie. Like, dude, Morpheus isn't even in it anymore. Lawrence Fishburne. Like, this has to be the last part. And I'm curious to see on how this ends because the Wachowski brothers made Matrix 1, 2, and 3, and now this one is going to be made by the Wachowski sisters. Ideologies aside, chemistry is different, writing may be different, directorial direction may be different. This may be...
If you're saying this is the last of like the cinematic world of the Matrix, I think after this, they're going to do a Matrix series, streaming series.
Animatrix.
Either Animatrix, but you know what? I think they're starting to revive the franchise again. Well, like, why would just make one movie and not continue with it, especially if it's going to do well? I think they're going to keep going with it.
I don't think you can grow a bunch. I think everyone loves Keanu Reeves and the One. They're not really interested in
a new protagonist.
Like the reiterations of the Matrix. First Matrix, second Matrix, third Matrix, fourth Matrix, fifth Matrix. They only care about the sixth Matrix, the Battle of Zion, Keanu Reeves, and what is happening now.
I don't know, dude. I think I think right now, after they're done with this, they're gonna work on the next production, on the next film. Just like they did with Matrix Reloaded, they were already working on Revolution. While they were making Reloaded, they were working on Revolution.
No, they filmed them back to back.
Or something like that. Yeah. It was back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one movie.
So I think they might do something like this on this one. I think there's going to be 2 more.
I mean, I hope so, dude. Because
how old is Keanu Reeves?
I am a fan, dude. I am such a fan.
Of the Matrix or Keanu? Both.
The Matrix. I mean.
Oh, okay. Well,
huge.
I'm a fan of both, man.
I mean, The Matrix 1, one of the best films of all time.
So good. Did you play the video game? The PlayStation 2? Is it Re-Enter the Matrix or
Enter the Matrix?
Enter the Matrix.
Then they had a comic book run.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then they had the Animatrix, which was awesome.
Franchising, man. They were just like merch.
I mean, people were dressed up as the Matrix people, lining up to watch the film. The black coats and the shades.
And do you know how many people spend money on the Oakley glasses on the Matrix?
Yeah.
Because those all Oakley glasses, sponsored by Oakley. I love those Oakley glasses, by the way. So cool.
Even the guys who committed the terrible bowling the Columbine shooting dressed up as Matrix people. That was terrible,
Bro, it got a little dark, bro.
So dark.
Bro.
But the Matrix is dark.
Oh yeah, but still, that's like too dark. So many things happen in this trailer. I'm sure there's a few things that we missed because it was so quick.
Well, dude, the black cat.
It was so quick.
The black cat.
The glitch
was in there, and the black cat is deja vu. So that means that Neil's having deja vu at that exact moment when he's there with Neil Patrick Harris.
What is it with the Matrix and like cats? You know, they always have a cat in like everything. Even in Animatrix, there was a cat involved in the haunted house episode. Like there's always a cat.
Cats are relevant, dude.
Right?
Cats
because
are
you know
there.
why people think of them as like bad luck. So like you don't want to cross them. So maybe they're like glitches. So I think anything that's supernatural or phenom in this world, it's like a glitch in the system. It's not supposed to happen. If you're a super athlete that don't need steroids to do athletic stuff, that's a glitch. You know,
Glitch in the Matrix.
because you're about to wake up because you're doing things that normal people
You're
can't do.
variant.
Yeah, remember that one episode with the athlete, the runner?
Yeah, the guy who breaks the Matrix.
He breaks the Matrix because he was like, "Oh, I can
And then
do
they
it." I can
crippled
do it.
him.
Mm-hmm. They freaking
He's
stopped
not
him.
able to run again.
Oh
for
my
his
gosh,
rest of his
such
life.
trip, dude.
Well, guys,
What do you guys think? Right?
that was our breakdown of the Matrix trailer. I'm super psyched about it.
Oh
I'm
my god,
excited.
so excited! There's so many things coming out in December, dude. We can't keep up with everything.
Spider-Man,
Mandalorian, maybe,
Mandalorian, maybe, Matrix 4.
Matrix 4, other Star Wars stuff. Oh gosh, dude. Too many stuff, man.
Marvel's gonna produce Star Wars movies. It's gonna be so sick.
Too many stuff, man.
Yeah. Hey guys, well, let us know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, share. My name is Rich. You know this guy.
Well, his name is Rich. My name is Aubrey. Aubrey really _81.
It's morphing time.